Hey everybody, welcome
Hello.
to Britpop Reaction BP1 and BP2.
How we doing?
I've got a request for you today with What's My Line, a popular TV show in the US. It just says, What's My Line? Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
Oh, do like a little finger licking good chicken.
I'm more of a bucket man
Oh,
myself.
the old bucket,
Yeah.
Tower fillet meal, yeah, I like. What are we doing at BP2?
We're doing it because the lovely Richard Hinman, this man down here, popped along, asked us to check out What's My Line, featuring Colonel Sanders, the original Colonel Sanders. Do you think he gave away the recipe?
The original Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, so we had a UK version from 1951 until 1963. It was hosted by Eamon Andrews. He of This Is Your Life.
That's right.
That
Was
man.
it Whose line is it anyway? Was that ours?
What's My Line? No. Whose line is it anyway? Was the improv one.
Oh, well, what's this one then?
You'll get to see in a second. But yeah, in the UK we had BBC aired it. Penelope Keith was on there for a while. Angela Rippon hosted it. Emma Forbes. 413 versions on the BBC. In the US, it was ran between 1950 and 1967, black and white, and later in color. 876 episodes on CBS and 1,320 on syndicates. In 2013, TV Guide ranked it 9th on its list of 60 greatest game shows ever. Why only 60? Why? Well, not 50, 60, or 100. Where did 60 come in? Why not 100?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? What's my line? All right,
Oh,
mate.
I'm a bit stumped now because I thought it was a bit like whose line is it anyway? You know, when they sort of say something, they come out and all right.
Slightly, yeah. I remember watching some of these bad boys, Eamon Holmes.
Let's get into it then.
Colonel Harland Sanders. Is that right, sir? That's right.
That'd be on my iPad now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He looks exactly like the bucket.
Colonel Sanders, would you tell us where you're from? I'm from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Shelbyville, Kentucky. That's right. What part
Good
of the state
chicken,
is that, sir? That's on the west central side, near Louisville, Kentucky. Near Louisville? Yeah, 29 miles from Louisville. Lovely country. It's nice to have you. May I present the panel, Colonel? Now, would you join me over here, please, sir?
I have to guess what he does.
Right.
Next thing I think that we need to do, really, is to let the audience here in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is.
Ta-da.
Reveal.
Panel, we can tell you that Colonel Sanders is self-employed and deals in a product, and we'll begin the general questioning with Arlene Fred.
Wow.
It's like yes, no in it.
Colonel, I don't know what you do, but I think you look too beautiful to work.
He does look impressive.
Is your product anything that I might use?
Yes, ma'am. I hope you do.
Is it any product that I could hold in my hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it anything that I would put into my mouth?
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
I would eat it or drink it?
You would eat it.
Thank you, Colonel. I know you're a Southern gentleman now.
I'm just going to flip a few cards on that account, I think, just for fun.
Can I hold
Okay.
it? And
Is it
eat?
something that I might have
Nightly.
in association with the main meal?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, she's doing well.
Is it a grain rather than a meat or a vegetable?
That makes it
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Gable.
Is this wonderful foodstuff of yours, does it grow in Kentucky, Colonel?
Yes, it does.
Row.
Is it improved by that famous bluegrass of Kentucky?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, just let me have a small conference with the Colonel.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the chickens eat
Ask
the.
the question again, because the Colonel wants to be sure that he answered it correctly.
Well, I know that your great state has marvelous soil, that famous bluegrass of Kentucky, has a number of other things. But is
Very
there a
proper,
product
isn't
of yours
It is.
which is not meat and not grain?
No, which is not grain.
Well,
Miss Francis, now I think that the marital relationship with Mr. Gable here shouldn't be...
I think it's just come to an end, John.
It's very prim and proper.
Yeah.
No, actually, Martin, Arlene is right. What has been elicited is that it is not gray.
but it does
Okay.
grow in the
You got any idea yet, mate?
bluegrass of Kentucky. Is it?
Well, but we'll stop it because obviously, I didn't realise what the programme was about. But now obviously it's crystal
What's
clear.
my line? Yeah. What's my line of work?
What's my line of work? But I'm with you. I mean, everyone's got a dicky bow on.
Yeah, it looks like they're going out somewhere nice, doesn't it?
It does, and they're all
Dressed
very, very prim and proper. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's
Very eloquent. Yes.
It's very British.
Yes, I'd say that. In the delivery, in the sort of speech, and like I say, it's just very eloquent. And for its time, now it would be very slang and sort of, But
I know.
all right.
Lost a bit of quality, haven't we, as the years ago?
So I think they can sort of keep asking questions or 5 questions each, and then they get 5 points for everyone they get right, and then they have to guess what his line of work is.
Fair play. All right. Let's keep going then. So they sort of know a bit.
Must have been obviously in the early years of Colonel Sanders, before he became famous on
Very
every.
famous, yeah. It's
bucket.
great to see him on a show like this as well.
Yeah, but he does look smart.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Is it good for animals as well as people, Colonel?
No, not so well. I don't think we could say...
Not so well.
Down in Portugal,
Not
too,
especially
guys.
not the chickens.
No.
Well, if it's not grain, but it grows, is it either a fruit or a vegetable?
Neither. That makes it 7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Sir.
Colonel, I am going to ask you a question. If you don't make this product, you should. Is it ever used in connection with that marvelous drink, mint juleps?
Well, some people may have a mint julep preceding... To that extent, Bennett, you were saved by the bell, because...
I didn't quite hear the answer.
Well, the Colonel said if somebody might have a mint julep preceding or in connection with it.
Oh, but it is not
Mint julep.
used in the mint julep itself. Is that correct?
No. Yes, it is not.
Dear. Is it used at cocktail parties, Colonel?
Yes, it could be.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for a chicken.
Cold rather than hot.
Either way, it could be.
He's not giving it away, is it?
Martin jumped the gun before, and I will now ask you, might it be described as meat?
As meat. Yes.
It could be described as meat.
Growing meat?
Growing meat.
The basic product here grew, and we agreed that the basic
Is it ever
product-
encased, Colonel, in a skin of any kind?
I didn't understand. Is it encased in a skin of any kind?
Oh yeah,
yes.
crispy one.
Well,
A finger licking one.
Breadcrumbs.
it's got its own skin, yeah.
His
Yeah,
own
we agree
skin.
with that.
It's his own skin.
A very nice save, Colonel, if I do say it. Very nice
Yes,
save.
I've been saved by the bell several times, Colonel. Does this thing leap about when it's alive?
Oh yeah.
No, not exactly. Well,
It's
I
not
must,
enough.
I must say this. I guess, Colonel, we'd have to agree that you could, in a very general sense, say once in a while they might be describing as leaping about. Yes. Yeah, I guess you got saved again, Bennett.
Colonel, is this possibly in the rabbit family?
No, that's it. Not until we go, Miss Francis.
Rabbit.
Would it ever be used in sausage?
No, never. No, I don't
Oh.
say not.
They use everything in sausage.
That's why.
Everything.
Mr. Jason.
Colonel, could
He's
it
got the
ever have
pearls
been a
on,
horse?
everything.
What did it say?
Dorothy?
Wild guess, turkeys?
Well, you're closer than anybody. Fried chicken now. What's the matter with you all?
Oh, that's quite funny.
You haven't heard of that finger-licking good Kentucky Fried Chicken? That's the Colonel's company,
I
actually.
just don't think of it growing out of the blue grass.
Well, I don't either, but you
It
see,
feeds on the bluegrass.
it feeds on. Now, Martin asked if it used the grass. The Colonel says they do pick at grass, and we were talking about chickens, and they do grow. I think we can all agree on that.
Nice, quiet chickens that don't leak, we understand.
Well, I never associate fried chicken.
They're
with
actually
meat.
genuinely
I don't think
pissed.
they go well together, Colonel.
They go well together with a mint julep, yep.
Chicken dinner, see. Now, this Kentucky Fried Chicken is different than ordinary. See, that's the Colonel's company, is Kentucky Fried Chicken. Just Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he's been so successful with it, he has it now in take-home stores and other places a franchise to do it, make it his way.
I've got one up the road.
Spices.
Yeah.
There's 11 different spices and herbs and a patented method
11,
of frying. We have
yeah.
over 900
Secret spices.
outlets all the way from Honolulu to Blackpool and London and Manchester, England, all across Canada. So there we are. Kentucky. And I always said that wherever you see a picture of this mug of mine, you know you're going to get good food, at least good chicken. Thank you very much, Colonel.
Fair play. Got a good
Blackpool, England.
personality.
That got a shout out, didn't it?
Yeah. Funny.
Men standing, ladies sitting up.
Yeah. Very good spot, that. Good classic. Yeah. That was good.
I like
For a
you
bit
said,
of old
sometimes-
school.
Yeah, a bit of old school. Nice to sort of go back and see some prim and proper sort of television. Yeah, so we had Whose Line Is It Anyway? Call My Bluff. That was another sort of old school one as well, wasn't it? You know, the one that you mentioned. So some classic game shows. It used to be a sort of staple Saturday night in with the family watching, and now it's I
Yeah.
don't know.
Who
That's-
is it? Sing on the panel. Guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know. I think we're all in such a rat race of life that these sort of shows on a Saturday evening, that was the only thing on offer.
Yep.
Whereas now you've got these, you've got tablets, you've got Christ knows what else. You've got
on
us.
YouTube.
Yeah, you got YouTube. I watch YouTube as much as people would watch us. So there's lots of other entertainment out there, but it is good to go back and look at these classics. And Colonel Sanders there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only ever grown up with like the face, his face on the buckets, and going to visit the food again. I don't really know too much about the guy himself from Kentucky, and you can see it here. A little bit of his personality, what he was like.
And that he was real, unlike Ronald McDonald.
He was real. Well, apparently, I saw something in the thing saying that McDonald's actually phasing out Ronald McDonald because it was scaring kids after. It was a few years back on Halloween. Do you remember that people were dressed up as clowns coming out and actually causing issues in public? It was a real big thing, and since that day, they sort of don't want to disassociate that.
I mean, you don't really see him. It used to be prominent, didn't it? The clown.
He's a
in all
scary mother.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
But there we go. Thank you very much, sir, for suggesting
cheers,
that
Richard.
one.
Nice job.
Nice to see it. Nice to go back in time and relive the golden oldies. And very good. And he learned whose line is it anyway. There you go.
What's my line even? Anyway.
Yeah, that was the one. Whose line? There's a line in there somewhere.
There's a line in there somewhere. All right, thank you so much for joining us at BritPop's React today. Hopefully we give you a little bit of nostalgia. If there's any clips out there, you can always send them over to us at BritPop's React. Lots of links in the description below.
Yeah, and like I say, Would I Lie to You? Another one similar type of vein, in it. All them ones, brilliant.
To you, baby, would I lie to you?
Oh, yeah. Bye from him.